So this is what you can see when the mag is empty. You'll know that you no longer can push the ball piece forward. So that's how it works. Let's say now the last round is fired. Pull the ball back and then you'll know it's empty. So the making of the mag adapters for the arrow gun is now complete. The magazine options that you can choose from are from let's say the standard die magazines and the Plant Eclipse continuous feed magazine. Also the half mag option you can also use. And the TIPX magazines, sized magazines you can use also. The benefit of using the half mag and the TIPX magazines is that you then can use a red dot on the breech block itself. If you want to use it with the die magazines, then there's no place for a Picatinny rail on top. So what you could do is mount a Picatinny rail with a clamping system on the barrel itself. Then you basically got the same thing. Since the barrel is clamped down on the pump, let's say, of the arrow gun itself, and in the back it's really a solid block that is not ripping up every time you shoot. So it should be stable enough to mount something on there. So that could be also an option. That Picatinny rail thing is not included with the kit, so do keep that in mind. Then what you can do is, again only for the half mag and the TIPX version, you can choose to go dual detent at the front. What I noticed with my testing is there's potential that it is slightly more accurate when you do that, but it does reduce the FPS. So I think most people will just use the single detent option, but I do include it in case you want to play around with it. Barrel option wise, I included the spider option barrel threads, the A5 and the autococker threads. So you can play around with it, but it is really important with an arrow gun that you keep the barrel really long. So this is a 20-inch barrel, and it is advisable to keep it 20-inch because the pressure is built slower than normally with a normal paintball marker. So it really needs this barrel length to build up the speed to get a desirable FPS, let's say. And then normally with arrow gun you can adjust the FPS right here. I always left mine on max and it was still slow. I did make an adjustable edition of it that you then can use a grip screw to turn it back in. A little bit like a Titman 98 style design, so that pin, the grip screw, will then block the airflow a bit and therefore lower the FPS. What I've mainly focused on was fixed valve designs in different inner diameter. This will restrict or increase the airflow because you will mainly now use it with the same barrel, the same bow and first strike, so that stays consistent, you could assume. You don't really need to adjust FPS, I would think so at least. So I think that is better, then you don't have a risk that the grip screw vibrates out, things like that, and then adjust your FPS. It's more airtight that way, let's say. Detent wise, I opted to use Titman 98 Detents. Those are quite easy to find. I even included a 3D printable detent in case you don't want to buy those. But you do need to print those in a soft TPU type of material. 95A would be way too hard to use as a detent, so do keep that in mind. If you want to find more information about the project, if you want to know more information, you can download the PDF on my Google Drive, so you can read a little bit more about this project before you download the files. But of course the PDF will also be included with the download files. And those links can be found below. So I hope this is enough information for you guys, and see you guys next time.